Welcome back to Teach. Today, we're learning about the three key features of every quadratic graph. By the end of this video, you'll know how to find the y-intercept, the roots, and the vertex. These 3 points tell you everything about a parabola. Let's start by looking at the complete picture. Here's a typical quadratic graph. Notice these 3 colored points. Each one is crucial for understanding the parabola. First, the purple dot, the y-intercept. Second, the red dots, the roots or x-intercepts. And third, the yellow dot, the vertex or turning point. Let's look at each one in detail, starting with the easiest, the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. Notice it happens when x equals 0. Finding it is super simple. Just set x to 0 in your equation. For example, if y equals x squared plus 2x plus 3, at x equals 0, y equals 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 3. At x equals 0, that simplifies to y equals 3. So the y-intercept is at 0, 3. Easy. Next up, the roots. These are also called x-intercepts. The roots are where the parabola crosses the x-axis. This happens when y equals 0. In our example, the roots are at x equals -1 and x equals 3. You might also hear these called solutions, zeros, or x-intercepts. They're all the same thing. Important. Not every parabola has 2 roots. Some have 1, some have none, and some have 2, like this one. Finding roots usually requires factorizing or using the quadratic formula, which we'll cover in another video. Now for the vertex, the most important point on any parabola. The vertex is the turning point where the graph changes direction. In this example, the vertex is at 2, -1. This is the lowest point on the graph. Notice this vertical dashed line through the vertex. This is the axis of symmetry. The parabola is perfectly symmetrical about this line. The vertex is crucial because it tells you the maximum or minimum value of the quadratic. Here's a handy tip. If your equation is in the form y equals x minus h all squared plus k, then the vertex is simply at h, k. Memorize that formula. It'll save you tons of time. Let's put everything together with a complete example. Our equation is y equals x squared minus 2, x minus 3. First, the y-intercept. Set x to 0. That gives us -3. So the y-intercept is at 0, -3. Next, the roots. We need to find where y equals 0. By factorizing or solving, we get -1 and 3. Finally, the vertex. This is the turning point, the lowest spot on the graph, at 1, -4. 3 points, 1 complete picture. Let's quickly review the 3 key features. Y-intercept, where the graph crosses the y-axis. Find it by setting x equals 0. Roots, where the graph crosses the x-axis. Find them by setting y equals 0 and solving. Vertex, the turning point. If the equation is in vertex form, it's simply h, k. These 3 points tell you everything about a quadratic.